Here is the pre-calculus homework, section 3.2. It's about functions. Here you're given a function, picture, a graph, and you're asked to evaluate the function for certain numbers. So, if I ask you what f of -5 is, you're going to find -5 on your graph, which is, it's kind of tough to see, but it's right here. And you're going to go all the way up and find out what that number is. It looks like it's 7. So f of -5 is 7. Then go to f of 1. Find 1 on your graph, and this goes up to 4. So f of 1 is 4. And the domain and interval notations. We are going to start, this looks like -4, -5, this starts at -6, so it's a bracket at -6, comma, to 9. That is your domain. In the range of this, it starts at 0 and it goes all the way up to, it looks like 9. So 0 to 9, that's your range. The next 4 pertain to this graph. G of 1. So find 1 on your graph, on your x-axis, and it goes up to 2. G of 5. Here's 5, and it looks like it goes up to 6. The domain, it's going from -7 with a bracket, and it continues. Even though there's an open circle here, there's still a closed circle here. So it goes to 8. And the range is from, this looks like -3 bracket, and then it goes up to 6. So -3 to 6. These are brackets. The next set of problems are asking you to use the vertical line test to determine whether a graph is a function. So for this one, if you were to draw a vertical line through this, it's hitting in more than one spot, so this one is not a function. The answer is no. Number 10, this one is only hitting in one spot, so this is yes. This one would be no. Whoops, it's not what I wanted to draw, but right there, it's hitting in more than one spot. This would be a no. 12, it's only hitting in one spot, yes. 13, because there's open circle here and closed here, and closed here and open, I will not be able to draw a line, a vertical line, and hit in more than one spot. So this is a good one. This is a good function. And the last one is also good. It's only hitting in one spot, so yes, this is fine. Okay, number 41. How will you graph these piecewise functions? Okay, so what I would do here is I would look at my first equation right here, 2x plus 3. I only want numbers, so y is equal to 2x plus 3. I only want numbers in my t-chart that are, we're going to start at -1, and that number will have an open circle. And I want number x values that are less than -1. So -2, -3, -4, and so on. So we're going to plug these numbers in this equation and evaluate it. So 2 times -1 is -2. -2 plus 3 is 1. 2 times -2 is -4. -4 plus 3 is -1. -3 times 2 is -6. -6 plus 3 is -3. And -4 times 2 is -8, plus 3 is -5. So we're going to graph these points and see what we have here. At -1, up 1. Over 2, down 1. Over 3, down 3. Over 4, down 5. Okay, so we have this line going that way. But at -1, we should have an open circle, not a closed circle. So make sure you put an open circle right there, because we are not including -1. The next equation is y equals x squared. We only want the x values that are greater than or equal to -1. So we're going to do -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. You're going to square each of these numbers. You're going to get 1, 0, 1, 4, and 9. Plotting these points over 1 up 1, that's going to be a closed circle. Then 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, and 3, 9. 3, 4, 5. One more. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to just draw a parabola is a U-shaped figure. So that's the graph of it. The next one, number 42. We have absolute, y is equal to the absolute value of x. I only want numbers from 1 and less. So 1, 0, -1, -2, and so forth. So if I found the absolute value of 1, I get 1, 0, 1, 2. I'm going to plot these points. Over 1 up 1, 0, 0, -1, 1, -2, 2, -3, 3, and so forth. Now, at 1, it should have an open circle right here. So I'm going to draw this graph. I'm going to erase this. It's best to use a pencil. I'm going to put an open circle there. Now, this is going to continue on because it's all the numbers less than 1. Now, for greater than or equal to 1, make your T-chart and put 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you see the pattern, you can draw your arrow. So when you put a 1 here, -3 times 1 is -3 plus 4 is 1. -3 times 2 is -6. -6 plus 4 is -2. 3 times -3 is -9. -9 plus 5 plus 4 is -9 plus 4 is -5. And 4, -12. -12 plus 4 is -8. These are going down by 3. So let's graph over 1 up 1, which is going to be that colored circle. Over 2 down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, it didn't go down. There's 2, -2. Then 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the slope is -3, if you haven't figured that out. And there's your graph. And the last one. We have x squared. So we're going to make a T-chart. This is 3 parts now. We only want the numbers from -2 and less. So -3, -4, and so on. So when we square these, we get 4, 9, and 16. So over 2 up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's going to be an open circle. Over 3 up 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it looks like we're going to be off the page. So you've got that piece right there. That is the first piece. Then you've got y equals x. That's an equation, y equals x. But I only want the numbers from -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So whatever x is, y is the same. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we're including -2, so over 2 down 2, over 1 down 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3, and 4, 4. But at 4, 4, it's going to have an open circle. These are going to be closed. And then the last one, you've got y equals the square root of x. But for this T-chart, I only want numbers that are 4 and bigger. Can we take the square root of 4? Yes, the square root of 4 is 2. What's the next number we could take the square root of is 9. And that would be 3. And the next number would be 16, and that would be 4. That's going to be off the page, but we're going to start at 4, 2. We're going to go over to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 2. And this should be closer on the grid. Okay, perfect. That should be that one. And so 4, 2 is right here. 4, 2. And then we're going to have 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what this looks like, an arc. And that is that graphed. The back side, there's 4 problems. Okay, if you were to graph 45, that starts at 2, and it goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So to write these two in line as lines, as a piecewise function, you have f of x equals, this line is the line y equals, it's a positive slope, x, and then plus 2. But you only want the part that's greater than or equal to 0. So you have f of x equals x plus 2, but I only want the x that's greater than or equal to 0, because here's your 0, your vertex. This line is, if you continued on here, went down, this is negative x plus 2, and I only want that part for the x values that are less than 0, because I'm going less than 0 for this part of the graph. Number 46. You are going 4 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going up 1 and over 1, like that. So that equation is, this equation is f of x equals, it has a positive slope, but it begins at negative 4. So it's going to be x minus 4, and you're going to use that for x is greater than or equal to 0. And then the other line is going to be negative x minus 4, and we're going to use that for x is less than, not less than or equal to, just less than 0. One of them will have a bar, one will not. This is the line y equals negative x minus 4. And I only want it for the x values that are less than 0. We're stopping right there for this one. The next one, these next two are shifts left and right. This one's going to go 3 units left. So we start at right here, and it's going up 1 over 1, like that. So here is this line right here, and the other one is right there. So the first line right here, what's the equation of that line? That would be f of x equals the absolute, or not the absolute, the bracket. This starts at 3, and it's a positive slope, so it's x plus 3. You're going to use this line for the x values that are greater than or equal to negative 3, because it starts at negative 3. That's your vertex. The other line, this is it right here. I want to see where this extends and hits the x-axis, which it's going to be negative 3 if I extended that. So we're going to write the equation of this line, which is negative x minus 3. You're going to use that for the x values less than, starting here, going that way, negative 3. And the last one. This one's going 5 units to the right, x minus 5. You're going to go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's going to go that way and this way. Let's see where it hits. Okay, so this line right here, I need to extend it. Where is this thing hitting? What's the equation of this line right here? It is, it's a positive slope, and it begins at negative 5. So it's x minus 5. And we're going to use that for the x values that are greater than or equal to 5. And this equation starts at 5, but it has a negative slope. So it's negative x plus 5. And we're going to use that for the x values that are less than 5. Sorry, I'm off the page here. And that ends today's homework, section 3.2.